Hi, I'm Nancy Ballard, and I'm going to be showing you how to make tzimmes, a traditional Rosh Hashanah dish. It's made with root vegetables, dried fruits, and honey. A sweet dish for a sweet new year. This particular recipe is from Tori Avey. She's one of my go-to sources for Jewish cooking. The word tzimmes means a big fuss. And this recipe does involve a little bit of fuss. You have to peel and chop and measure. It's definitely a bit of a tzimmes. We need to get to our peeling and chopping now, so let's get to it. Okay, so here we are. We have finished all of our peeling and chopping, and we are going to start adding our ingredients. We've got 3/4 of a pound of yams, orange yams. We've got another 3/4 of a pound of white sweet potatoes. And we have a 1/2 pound of sliced carrots. We're going to add our dried apples. We've got 3 ounces of dried apples and 3 ounces of dried cranberries. Now this recipe that I'm making is for 5 servings. I've also doubled it and made it for 10. It's very easy to double or halve the recipe. Okay, and now we're going to mix up our orange juice. We have a cup of orange juice. We have a 1/4 cup of honey. Put them all in there. We have some brown sugar, a 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. And we have some cinnamon. We have a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. So we got all that in there, and then we're just going to whisk that up. Oops. Got to get that honey sticking to the bottom. Okay, get that all nice and mixed. Get that honey dissolved in there. Okay, so now we're going to pour that on top. We're going to pour that on top of our fruits and vegetables. And then we are going to add 3/4 of a cup of chicken broth. If you want to make this parve or vegan, you can use no chicken broth. That's what I'm using today. So that's 3/4 of a cup. Put that in there, and we're going to turn it going to bring that to a simmer, and then we're going to let it simmer for 45 minutes. Now we're not putting in the prunes yet. If you put the prunes in at the beginning, they tend to dissolve and they make a nice sauce, but they don't look that great. So we're going to cook this for 45 minutes at a low simmer, and then we'll come back and add the prunes. Okay, so when your tzimmes has come to a simmer, and you have simmering tzimmes, you want to give it a little stir. Everything wet. And then you want to put the lid on and let it simmer for 45 minutes. Just make sure it's a gentle simmer, not boiling. Well, this has been simmering nicely for 45 minutes, and now we're going to just toss the prunes on top. And put the cover back on. That has to cook for another 15 minutes, and while it's doing that, I just wanted to give a shout out to my sous chef, Rod Ballard, and my cinematographer, Nate Ballard. I want to thank them very much for helping me out with this. And here we have our finished tzimmes. There will be a link to this recipe on the Temple Micah website, along with some other tasty Rosh Hashanah dishes. I would like to wish you Shana Tova from the whole Ballard family, and may all the tzimmes in your new year be sweet.